See, Robin, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps. So this is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for the PlayStation 4. I'm playing every inning of every game of a 162 game schedule of a created franchise. No skipping innings, no simulating games, every single one on YouTube. This is number 115 out of 162. And the Bronx Knights is the name of the franchise. They've been wedged into the American League West, as you can see on the screen right now. They are currently in first place with a 74-40 record. They're 10.5 games in front of the second place Seattle Mariners. It's the first week of August, so let's jump into the schedule and get this show on the road. So it's a 2-game set. As you can see, I've actually lost 3 straight, so that's not cool. Got to break the 3-game losing streak. But it's a quick 2-game set at Oakland Coliseum. Lost this last game 7-6 in walk-off fashion. It was very painful. But now we're going to get our revenge and split this quick 2-game series. So let's do this. Organization. Play game. Okay. A day or 2, keep active. Urshela or auto-utilize. Play full game. We are the away team at Rickey Henderson Field. Clear skies. I hate day games, but hey, it is what it is. Brendan Pizarski. Let's look. I'm going to take Lukelich out and put Manuel Margot in center. Give him a day off. Let's rock and roll. Those are your starting lineups. Part of the reason why I do this is because I like to do play-by-play. Amateurish play-by-play, but original play-by-play. So thank you for joining me. If you, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. So welcome for some Major League Baseball here at Rickey Henderson Field in Oakland, California, as the Bronx Knights visit the Oakland Athletics for an afternoon game of baseball. On the mound for the Oakland A's is check that, Shohei Ohtani, making his 25th start of the season. He's 5-11 with a 5.57 earned run average. He has not had a great season. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Manuel Margot, part-time player, giving Max Lukelich in center field a day off. He's hitting .343 in limited at-bats. Comes first pitch of the game. Outside, ball 1. Both Oakland and the Bronx Knights are in the American League West. Oakland is 13 games back, so it's not really much of a race. They're in third place. Out in front of the slider, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike, 69 degrees. Clear skies here in Oakland, California. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Margot. And he swings and misses at the split finger fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Margot. Swing and a miss. And there's 1 away. Margot could not locate that pitch. This is a replay.
The first baseman, number 23.
So next up is the first baseman, Don Mattingly, hitting .316, 20 homers, 81 runs batted in. Member of the, checks his swing pitch is low. Member of the 2024 American League All-Star team. He did not start at first base, but he was on the roster. Swing and a miss at the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, that's deep. It's got a chance. Back goes Kepler looking up. He leaps. It's Gonzo. That is a solo home run for Don Mattingly, his 21st of the season. And just like that here in the top of the first, the Bronx Knights have an early 1-0 lead. Oh, yeah. Let's watch the replay. Boom. That's Max Kepler. Was going to try to bring it back, but nope. Just made it over that right field fence for a solo shot. So next up is Chris Ramos, the second baseman. He's hitting .367, 44 homers, 111 RBIs, with just under 2 months left of the season. He is obviously one of the front runners for the American League's most valuable player. He's up there with 1 away. Pitch is low, ball 1. Chase the high fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. Oh, knocked him down. Count is 2-1. A little late on that fastball. Just blew it by him. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ramos, the second baseman. Checks a swing down and in. Count goes full, 3-2. Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Oh, it is high. It is far. It is gonzo. That is home run number 45 on the season for Chris Ramos. And they have a 2-0 lead here in the first. That is a league-leading 45 home runs for the second baseman of the Bronx Knights. Let's look at the replay, shall we? Beast. Oof. And the minute it gone, Ohtani knew. So still only 1 out. Michael O'Rourke's hitting .346 on the season. He carries a 15-game hitting streak into this contest. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Outside, ball 2. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on O'Rourke. He has 29 home runs on the season, second on the ball club.
Nope.
Inside, 3-0. So will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. Outside corner, strike 1. The hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first. Already a 2-0 lead.
We got a full count.
Swing and a miss.
3-2.
Count goes full, 3-2. And it is a shallow fly ball to center. Mantle is there, waiting for it, makes the catch, out number 2. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights: Manuel Margot leads off. It's in center. Don Mattingly's at first. Chris Ramos at second. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny LoCicero is in right. Matt Saps is the DH. Matt Termini is at third. And Anthony Millo is behind the plate and batting ninth. So the shortstop, Jacob Salazar, switch hitter, batting from the left side. He's hitting .329 on the season. And he grounds it to the first baseman, Willie Stargell. Takes it himself to retire the side, but not before 2 solo home runs. After a half an inning of play, the Bronx Knights lead 2-0. Actually, Oakland is coming to bat, so not fair to say nothing. So on the mound for the Knights, Brendan Pizarski. He's 9-3 with a 4.38 earned run average. Looking for win number 10, get to double digits. Leading off for the A's, Jackie Robinson hitting .286, 7 homers, 48 RBIs. He also has 20 stolen bases. He is forever number 42. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So the Knights are 34 games over 500, first place. That's Matt Termini at third base. And Benny LoCicero in right field. So the Knights are on a little 3-game losing streak. They'd like to change up floats in there. Count is 0-2. They'd like to get back to their winning ways. Still have a 10.5 game lead in the division. Grounds it softly to third. Termini jump throw in time, and there's 1 away. Nice play by Matt Termini. Starting lineup for the A's, Jackie Robinson is at second. Max Kepler is in right. Babe Ruth is the designated hitter. Mickey Mantle is the center fielder. Willie Stargell is at first. Cal Ripken Jr. is at shortstop. Adam Dunn is in left. Josh Fuentes is the third baseman. And Yasmani Grandal is batting ninth and playing catcher. So Max Kepler is up, hitting .298 on the season. There's one down, fouls off first pitch for strike one. Hitting .298, 18 homers, 61 runs batted in. And he lines it down the first base line into the seats. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. The two-seam fastball, and there's two-way. Nice, nasty inside fastball.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
So next up is the DH. Babe Ruth hitting .355, 19 homers, 36 runs batted in. Not only does he occasionally play DH, but he's also a pitcher, so it goes both ways. Check swing in there, strike one. He is the Babe. He can pitch, he can hit, he can do everything. And he lines it the other way, slicing into the seats, a foul ball. So in this fictional universe, Babe Ruth has 820 home runs in his career. That is a line drive towards the gap, and it will fall in there for a base hit. Big round, big turn at first, but he will remain at first with a two-out single. Made a bid for a double, hit it in the gap, but LoCicero got over there quickly, held him to a single. So next up is Mickey Mantle. 2 for his last 20. He's been cold, but overall 296, 28 homers, 85 runs batted in. And that's a deep drive. Oh, he's back to the track, the wall, looking up. It is a tie ball game. Mickey Mantle, a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the first, number 29 of the season. And this ball game is knotted at 2. Let's look at the replay. Ooh, just drove it. So 2-out, 2-run home run ties this ball game. Willie Stargell, the first baseman, steps up. 315, 26 homers, 76 runs batted in. Swinging, don't check the swing, but it's in there. It's called strike one. Out in front of the slider, count is 0-2. Line drive, one hop to Salazar at short. Throws to first in time, and the side is retired. But Mickey Mantle ties up this ball game. It's at the end of 1. It's the Knights 2, the Athletics 2. So we go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Knights is Benny LoCicero, the right fielder. 296, 24 home runs, 87 runs batted in. Pitches high, ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
He has 3 home runs in his last handful of games. It's been pretty hot. Low ball 2, count as 2 balls and no strikes. Checks his swing, but it's in there. Strike one, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. Outside hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the second. 2-2 ball game.
That's out.
And he walks him, walks the leadoff man. So his team gets 2 runs back and ties the ball game. He comes out and walks the first batter he sees. That is not winning baseball. So Matt Sapp's designated hitter, 284, 21 homers, 71 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate. There's nobody out here. Runner at first. Way out in front of the slider, strike one. Just chase the pitch. And he goes. Fastball. Throws a strike to center. Oh, but he's in there. He just beat the throw. Flat out to beat the throw. Big jump on the pitcher. Strong on-target throw, but LoCicero's in there with a stolen base. So he's in scoring position now for Saps with nobody out. Count is 0-2. Pitch is low in the dirt, blocked nicely by groundout. No advance on the bases. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he chops it at the mound, jumps out of the crouch, throws to first, not in time, so it's an infield single. They're giving him a base hit. It's just one of those nubbers at the plate that is in a no man's land. He's just got a lot of speed, beats it out, so it's runners at first and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the top of the second. So, Matt Termini, the third baseman, steps up, hitting .311, 8 homers, 59 runs batted in. Runners at first and third with nobody out against Ohtani. And he fouls off the 97-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. Pitch is low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. LoCicero leads off third. Saps leads off first. And he grounds it, kind of turns his wrists over on the ball, pulls it foul down the third baseline. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He strikes out and there's 1 away. He does not get that runner home from third. It's Ohtani's second strikeout. Tricked him. Threw a breaking ball out of the strike zone, got him to chase. So next up is the catcher, Anthony Millo, 244, 9 homers, 45 runs batted in. Steps in with 1 out. Fouls off the fastball inside, strike 1. Pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 9 home runs is not third on the team. I don't know why it says that, but in any event. Out in front of the slider, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So trying to get that runner home from third to take a 3-2 lead, and it's proved difficult. Checked his swing, did not go. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off first and third. Outside. Oh, and the runners do not wait. Runner at Saps advances to second on the wild pitch. LoCicero at third stays right where he is. So now there's 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Count is full, 3-2. And it's low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with the Knights. Pitching coach comes out to have a little conversation with Ohtani. Bases loaded, 1 out. Leadoff man will step to the plate. Today that's Margot, who's giving a day off to Max Lukic, who's been in a little bit of a slump lately. He struck out in the first. And he hits it to the second baseman, over to a second for 1, but pulls him off the bag. He's safe. He's safe. So it's a 3-2 ball game. He gets an RBI on the E4. Robinson pulls him off the bag. It could have been an ending double play. It would have been difficult. But a little flip over to second pulls him off the bag. So the bases are still loaded with 1 out. They have a 1-run lead. Mattingly had a solo home run in the first. And he has the bases loaded, runner at third. And it's a ground ball in the hole. It's through for a base hit. It'll be an RBI single for Donnie Baseball, and the Bronx Knights now lead 4-2.
The second baseman, Chris.
Next up is Chris Ramos. He also had a home run in the first. It's 45th. Slow roller to the third baseman, throws to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. It's going to be an RBI ground out, and the score is now 5-2.
Now batting, left fielder, Mike.
So next up is Michael O'Rourke with 2 outs here in the top of the second. It's a 3-run ball game. Runners are still at first and third, but with 2 outs. Fouls off the 99-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. So this is the second of a 2-game set, quick 2-game set at Oakland Coliseum. The A's won the first game 7-6. Pitch is outside, ball 1, count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on O'Rourke. And he pulls the slider down the first baseline, foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the left fielder. Pitch is just off the plate outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. But they do get 3 runs. After 2.5 innings of baseball, now check that, 1.5 innings of baseball, Bronx leads 5-2. So leading off the bottom of the second is Cal Ripken Jr. hitting 325, 23 homers, 82 runs batted in. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. So Pizarski was given a 2-run lead and quickly gave up that 2-run lead from a 2-run home run from Mickey Mantle. And now he's been given another 3-run lead. So let's see if he can hold it. Out in front of the changeup, and Cal Ripken's down 0-2. He has 9 wins. He's looking for win number 10 on the season.
Nope.
Pitch is low, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls it back behind the plate upstairs. Count remains 1-2. And he jams him inside, just gets a piece to stay alive. And he gets around on it, pulls it down the third baseline. And that is a smash to left field. It is a leadoff single for Cal Ripken Jr. Brendan's getting hit hard. Here's the replay. So next up is Adam Dunn, hitting 224. He has 30 home runs to lead the ball club and 77 runs batted in. High strike, but strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. That is a line drive to center, long run from Margot. He makes the catch for out number 1. Nice play by Margot. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right is O'Rourke, Margot, and LoCicero. And in the infield is Matt Termini, Jacob Salazar, Chris Ramos, Don Mattingly, and Anthony Millo behind the plate. The Bronx Knights are 3rd in the American League in fielding percentage. So next up is Josh Fuentes hitting 305. Takes a pitch in there, strike 1. He has 5 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Part-time player. That's a deep drive. Long run for Margot. He makes the catch. Long running catch. What a play by Margot, and there's 2 away. He had to go all the way to the warning track to make that catch. So next up is Yasmani Grandal, the number 9 hitter. He's hitting only $189. 3 homers, 25 runs batted in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Take him out to the ball game. In there, strike 1. It is a early 5-2 lead for the Bronx Knights here in this second game of a 2-game set at Oakland Coliseum. Outside corner, the count is quickly 0-2 on Grandal. Cal Ripken Jr. is at first with 2 away. And he swings and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. So, 2 innings of baseball. It's a 3-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 5-2. Welcome back, Mr. Outlander. So leading off the top of the third is Jacob Salazar. It's okay, it's okay. A's come alive in the 8th. Oh yeah, you're not kidding. So, leading off the top of the third is the shortstop. Outside, ball 1. Backdoor slider, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. Pitch is low, 2-1. So the Bronx Knights are 74-40. They have a 10.5 game lead over the second place Seattle Mariners. They're a created franchise. They've been wedged into the American League West. That pitch was outside. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. This is the first week of August, so it's a little less than 2 months to go. And he just gets a piece of that fastball. Count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's my intention to play every inning of every game of this 162 game schedule. This is game number 115. And he walks the leadoff man. So Ohtani is looking to give his manager acid indigestion. It's already a 3-run lead for the Bronx Knights, and he walks the first guy here in the top of the third. So next up is Benny LoCicero. He also walked him in the second. No official at bat. Steps in there. And it is a flare to center, long run and it's going to drop in there in front of Mickey Mantle. So it's going to be first and second with nobody out here in the third. Didn't think he would get that.
Number 31.
So next up is Matt Saps. Matt has a single in this game already. Runners at first and second and nobody out. And he grounds it up the first base line. Foul, strike 1. He's hitting .286, 21 homers, 71 runs batted in. He bounces around. He's playing designated hitter today, but he usually plays all around the infield. Second, third, short. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay, 22 doubles is not first on the Knights. I don't know why that stat guy is screwing up all the time. Okay? There's at least 2 hitters that have 30 doubles. So he rolls over on the ball and pulls it down the third base line. Count is 1 and 2. That stat is always wrong. And it's a deep drive in the gap. Back goes Mantle to the track. Makes the catch for out number 1. Salazar decided to get a little greedy. So he advanced, tagged up from second to third. So there's runners at first and third with 1 out. It was a smart move because now they can get a run without the benefit of a base hit. So Matt Termini, the third baseman, struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Need a deep fly ball. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes on the Knights' third baseman. And he's a little late on the fastball. Foul ball, strike 1. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the third. Runners lead off first and third. And that's a deep drive. And it is in there, or was trapped in any event. I think that the ball was trapped. I don't think it was. I think it was an RBI single, and the score is 6-2. Either it was a sacrifice fly or a single. I'm going to call it an RBI single. The score is now 6-2 Bronx Knights lead because there's still only 1 out. And the first pitch to Anthony Millo, the catcher, is pulled foul for strike 1. Yeah, so since there's 1 out still, that ball was trapped in the outfield. Mantle did not get to it. That's an RBI single for Matt Termini. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Millo. Did he check his swing?
What you got?
Yes, he did, according to first base umpire. I thought he broke his wrist, but count, according to him, is 2 balls and 1 strike on Millo. Flares it out the other way towards the seats. A lot of foul ground here in Oakland Coliseum. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a line drive. Base hit to center field. Makes a turn at third and is heading home. It's going to be an RBI single for Anthony Millo, and the score is now 7-2. Nice piece of hitting. Almost took the head off of the pitcher. Let's look at the replay. Watch this come back to Ohtani. It's like, oh, I'm just going to duck. So, manager of the A's has seen enough. Calls for the right-hander. Ohtani is headed to the showers. In relief is Matt Bowman, making his 43rd appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 4-5. He has a 5.98 earned run average, the definition of a relief pitcher. So Manuel Margot steps in. He's 0 for 2. He has reached on an error in this game. Just gets a piece of his 2-seam fastball, strike 1. So there's a runner at first and third. So with less than 2 outs, he can get that runner home without a base hit. Inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and one. And that's a line drive to left. It is an RBI single for Manuel Margot, and it is a 6-run ball game. The Knights lead 8-2. Let's look at that replay. Just a hard line drive between short and third. Big leg kick. One-handed swing. So Don Mattingly, the first baseman, is 2 for 2. And he pulls the pitch foul, strike 1. His home run today is 21st of the season. Pitch is low, ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Don Mattingly was the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player.
Ball that time.
2 balls and 1 strike. He was an all-star, was a gold glover at first base, borderline Hall of Famer. Injury to his back in the 1990s kind of short-circuited that. And that is a line drive headed towards the gap. And it will be caught off before it reaches the wall, but he may get to second on it, and he will. It's an RBI double for Donnie Baseball. He's 3 for 3 today, and the score is now 9-2. And that was Mattingly's double number 20 of the season. Here's the replay. Awesome. Mr. Outlander, you are the man. I really appreciate it. Every little bit counts. So it's a 7-run ball game. Chris Ramos had a solo homer in the first. He's 1 for 2. And he pulls a hard line drive, but it pulls it foul, strike 1. It is 9-2 here in the top of the third. Runners are at second and third with only 1 out. And he hits a hard line drive. Back goes the fielder. He's looking up. It's Gonzo, a 3-run home run for Chris Ramos, number 46 of the season, his second of this ball game, and this game has turned into a laugher early. It is 12-2 here in just the top of the third inning. Let's watch the replay of this beast. Boom. Oof. The A's are playing like you feel. I bet that burger was good. Mike O'Rourke's 0 for 2. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Just for the record, I mean, my desire is to play every inning of every game of this created franchise, this 162-game schedule. And he hits a fly ball the other way. Dunn is there, and that's out number 2. So there are difficulty levels on this creative franchise. I have set it at all-star for hitting and pitching. I just want for the record that Hold on a second. Just for the record, I didn't, you know, it's options, gameplay, hitting difficulty is all-star right there. Pitching difficulty is all-star. In case people are wondering, did he lower the difficulty level because he had a 3-game losing streak? Nope. I'm doing this all my lonesome. So anyway, Jacob Salazar is up. He's 0 for 1. It is a 10-run ball game here in the third. It's a 12-2 lead for the Bronx Knights. First pitch is outside, ball 1. And that is a line drive towards the gap, and that will be one hop to the wall. Salazar, by the time that ball finds its way back to the infield, he will be standing on second base. He is in scoring position with 2 outs. I'm not interested in seeing the slow motion, but bang. So runner in scoring position with 2 down, and up is Benny LoCicero, who has a single today. Takes low ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Inside, off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Benny has 87 runs batted in on the seasons. Outside, 2 balls and... Oh, was it outside? No, it wasn't. Called a strike, so 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, that ball is gonzo. Benny LoCicero. That is a 2-run home run, his 25th of the season. And it is now a 14-2 advantage for the Bronx Knights. I think the fans are going to start heading for the exits by the 5th inning at this point. Boom. So this is about the time where people would say, simulate the rest of the game. No, 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 no. I play every inning of every game. Trevor May is in relief. He's 3-1 with a 3.78 earned run average. He's there to get at least a few innings pitched. Matt Saps is 1 for 2 with a single.
Number 31.
And that's a line drive single on the first pitch of the game, center field. And the inning is not over. Let's watch that replay.
Now batting, number 79.
So next up is Matthew Saps. No, I'm sorry, check that. Matt Termini, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Termini's the third baseman. Saps is on first. Inside pitch, ball 1. Swing and misses at the high fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Chase the pitch. Fouls off the slider. Back to the screen. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And they are 1 pitch, 1 strike from getting out of this mess of an inning. It is a shallow pop-up to short center field. It is caught by Cal Ripken Jr. And mercifully, this inning, this half inning is over. So 2.5 innings of play, I believe the Bronx Knights scored 9 runs. And after 2.5, they lead 14-2. So leading off the bottom of the third is Jackie Robinson. The recipient of all of these runs is Brendan Pizarski. All he needs to do to get win number 10 on the season is to get to inning number 5. And that's in there, strike 1. So it's 5 and fly for Brendan Pizarski. Inside corner, checked his swing, but it was in there anyway. Count is 0-2. Jackie Robinson is the first African-American baseball player in the Major League history, like late 1940s. So he serves it to center. In comes Margot, makes the catch, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Next up, Max Kepler, who struck out in the first. Steps in with 1 out. And he hits against the shift. Long throw for Salazar. It is not in time. So he was out of position because they were playing the shift. So it's infield single for Max Kepler with 1 away. So Babe Ruth. Sometimes he pitches, sometimes he hits. 358 average, 19 homers, 36 RBIs. He has a single in today's ball game. In there, strike 1. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count is 0-2 on the Babe. Slider outside, count is 1-2. Fouls off the breaking ball. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Kepler leads off first. Ground ball to Mattingly. Steps, throws to second in time. An unorthodox double play, but side is retired at the end of 3. It's the Bronx Knights 14, the Oakland Athletics 2. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robin. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Help the channel grow. Please, please, please. So leading off the top of the 4th is Anthony Millo. He has an RBI single today. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So you're thinking to yourself, it's 14-2. You have a 12-run lead. Inside, ball 2. Why aren't you just simulating these innings and just get to the next game in the schedule? Because it is my intention to play every inning of every game of a 162-game schedule. He swings at the first pitch, flies to center. Mantle barely has to move. He makes the catch for out number 1. This is game number 115 of a 162 plus, because it's my intention to make it to the playoffs in the World Series. Shohei Ohtani, 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 8 earned runs, 3 walks. That is a forgettable line. So Manuel Margot, the leadoff man, steps in for his 4th plate appearance in only the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And that is a line drive which will hang up there for Adam Dunn. There are 2 away.
The first baseman, number 23, Don Mattingly.
Next up is Donnie Baseball, 3 for 3. He has a home run today. He's got those RBIs up to 84 on the season. In case you're wondering, this is early August. Hard ground ball through. It is a base hit with 2 outs, unless they're going to charge Robinson with an error for doing that little cafe au lait thing. Let's see. I think it's a hit.
Second baseman.
Tried to backhand it, just kind of, I don't know, cafe au lait it. But in any event, I'm sure they're calling it a single. So with 2 outs, a runner at first. Chris Ramos is up. He has 2 home runs today. Pitches at the knees, strike 1. Those 2 home runs, he's up to 46 home runs in early August. Pitches outside, ball 2. Chris Ramos is the July Player of the Month, according to this video game. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Out in front of the changeup, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mattingly leads off first.
Ball.
Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 12-run lead. It's a mercy rule. Should be instituted. And he chases a pitch out of the strike zone. Got anxious. And the side is retired. So, after 3.5, Bronx Knights lead 14-2. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Mickey Mantle, New York Yankee great. He hit a 2-run homer in the 1st, but that was like 14 runs ago, so no one really remembers. Ground ball to Termini at 3rd. Routine play, and there's 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Up next for Oakland, the first baseman.
First baseman Willie Stargell steps in. Where did he play in real life? I think Willie Stargell played for the Pittsburgh Pirates in like the 70s, but I'm not sure. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, a 95 on the radar gun, strike 1. I'm really not sure. Not even sure if he's a Hall of Famer. I know he definitely was an all-star, but I'm not sure. Anyway, out in front of the changeup, just gets a piece. Count quickly falls to 0-2. Swing and a miss at the slider, and there's 2 away. Strikeout number 3 for Pizarski. Here's the replay. Way out in front. Would have been a strike anyway. Whew. So Cal Ripken Jr. steps in with 2 down. He has a single in the 2nd. And that is a hard drive past the diving attempt by Salazar at short, and he has a 2-out single. So the hits leaders for the Oakland Athletics, as you can see, Cal Ripken is on top of that list. So Adam Dunn, the left fielder, 30 homers on the ball club, which leads the team. Inside corner, strike one. But his average is at 223, so he's basically hit a home run or strike out. Pulls the fastball foul, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. End of 4. It is a 12-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 14-2. So we go to the top of the 5th. Michael O'Rourke is 0 for 3. He would love to join the hit parade, but he's 0 for 3. Let's see what happens. And there he goes. Oh no, brilliant play from his knees, throws him out. What a great play by Jackie Robinson. Diving attempt, throws from his knees, stole a hit. Let's look at this. Oh. That's how it's done. So next up is Jacob Salazar with 1 away here in the 5th. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Pitches low ball 1. I want to score 20 runs. That's my goal. I'm 14-2. I need 6 more. And he swings at a pitch high, fouls it off. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. And he skies it to left. Routine play for Adam Dunn. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 38.
So Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, steps in. He's 2 for 2. He has a home run today. Got those RBIs up to 89 on the season. I was doing my math the other day. It seems like inside off the plate ball 1. Seems like there's at least 5 guys in my lineup, in the Bronx Knights lineup, that can have 100 RBIs or more by the end of the season. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Pretty impressive. Fouls off the 2-0 fastball. Count is 2-1. Low. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases empty with 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Oh, and he's got a chance for another one. Back goes at the line in front of the warning track at the 3:30 sign. Max Kepler makes the catch to retire the side. So after 4.5 innings of play, it's a 12-run ball game. Bronx Knights lead 14-2. So we go to the dugout for Heidi Watney, the sideline reporter, but unfortunately there seems to be something wrong with her microphone. So we're going to have to cut away from you, dear. We'll send a technician down there to fix that. In the meantime, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Josh Fuentes steps up. He's 0 for 1. And he's late on the fastball, slices into the stands, out of play. Strike 1. Thank you for joining the stream. I am RC Robin. Welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If not, no big deal. Still happy to have you. Okay, in case you're wondering, this is a created franchise. The name of the team is the Bronx Knights, playing the entire season game for game. Yes, sir. Sub and drop an L. Thank you very much, Mr. Outlander. You are much appreciated. So that's strikeout number 5 for Brendan Pizarski. Next up is Yasmani Grandal, who's 0 for 1. He's only hitting a .188 on the season. Takes low ball 1. Also, since this particular game is up 14-2, you're probably thank you, Biz Big Boy, much appreciated. You're probably wondering to yourself, okay, so what is this guy doing? Is he playing it on rookie? Like, why does he have 14 runs? So, I'm playing every inning of every game, 162 game schedule. My hitting difficulty and my pitching difficulty, for those of you that know MLB The Show, is set on All-Star. Okay, at All-Star, the stats are pretty what they should be on a day-to-day basis. Grounds it to Termini. Long throw, but in time for the second out of the inning here in the bottom of the fifth. So at All-Star, the stats are just right as far as pitching and hitting. And my win-loss record right now is 74-40, which is a pretty good win-loss record, you know, but well, 40 losses is a lot of losses. So the computer does get me, just not today. Line drive, Jackie Robinson lines it down the left field line, strike one. He is 0 for 2. And he slices it the other way. Long run for LoCicero in right at the line. Makes the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Brendan Pizarski. It is an official ball game. 5 innings. Bronx Knights lead 12. No, check that. 14-2. So we go to the top of the 6th. Designated hitter Matthew Saps is up. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He bounces around the infield. He plays a little shortstop, a little second base. Today's the DH. Checks the swing, pitches low, ball one. And the truth is that I'm not very good at this game. I'll freely admit that I kind of suck at this game. There are people that are much better than me. Grounds it to the third baseman, fires over to first, and there's one away. I play it because I like it. I love baseball, and I love doing this announcing, to be honest. So it gets the fantasy of being a Major League Baseball player and announcing baseball games. So next up is Matt Termini. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And that is a line drive to center, but right there is Mickey Mantle. Almost doesn't even have to move, and there are 2 away. Damn it. I wanted to get those 20 runs. It doesn't look like I'm going to get there. So, with 2 away here in the top of the 6th, Millo steps up to the plate. Is an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. And it is a hard ground ball past the third baseman and into left field. Question is, will it be a hit or will he have reached on an error? Let's see what the official scorer says. Now they're calling it E5. So no hit for Millo.
Margot.
Instead of the yeah, you should have got in front of it. Bottom line. I mean, I would have taken the hit, but it's not. It would have been a cheap one. So Manuel Margot, the leadoff man, has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 4. Millo leads off first. And he swings and chases a slider out of the zone for strike 1. Late on the fastball, fouls it into the seats. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Margot. Backs him off the plate, 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3, and he knows it. So the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 12-run lead. Bronx Knights winning 14-2. So stepping up is Max Kepler, the right fielder. He's 1 for 2. Pizarski's still out there. No reason not to be. He's only thrown 53 pitches. And that ball is gone. Don't even move. O'Rourke, upper deck shot. And this ball game is 14-3. That's Max Kepler's 19th home run of the season. Holy Toledo is right. Let's watch the replay. Oof. Oh, you would love that, wouldn't you? You Oakland Athletic fan, Outlander. You would love it. So the score is 14-3. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. No one's even getting up in the bullpen. And it's a line drive down the left field line, rolls into the corner. The Babe will probably have himself a double, and he will. So Brendan Pizarski starts off the bottom of the 6th with a homer and a double. That's Babe's 11th double. He pitches in their rotation, and when he's not pitching, he obviously, gets at-bats in the lineup. So up steps Mickey Mantle. 2-run homer in the first is 1 for 2. In there, strike 1, 96 on the radar gun. He has 29 home runs on the season, only second behind. Fouls it back to the screen. Count is quickly 0-2. Mantle's only second behind Adam Dunn, who has 30 home runs on the season. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 1 away. That's strikeout number 6 for Pizarski.
The first baseman, number 8.
Beard power.
Willie Stargell.
So next up is Willie Stargell. 0 for 2. He struck out. He's grounded out. In there, strike 1. Foul tip into the glove. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Stargell is hot in his last 5 games. 7 for his last 16. Well over 400. And he lines it the other way down the left field line. It will roll all the way to the wall. That's going to be an RBI double for Stargell. And the score is now 14-4. And this is when, you know what, you hate to do it. It's Stargell's 12th double of the season. You hate to do it, but you got to start thinking about relief pitchers, because there's no reason to punish the starter just because you have a big lead. If he's not going to get the job done, he's got to come out. So let's go. Manager, bullpen. Let's go Telly. Telly will warm up. And we'll do a mound visit. Give him a little time to warm up. Calm him down. Cal Ripken Jr., the shortstop. 10 away. There's a lot of game left. This is true. I got to be careful. They want to sweep this little mini 2-game series. They got to be careful. So it's 2 for 2 on for Cal Ripken. He's gonna pitch against him. High strike, but called a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. Runner at second, 1 out. Sliders outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken is famous for being a Baltimore Oriole. He's gone to the Hall of Fame. He's famous for having played 2,632 consecutive games for the Baltimore Orioles. At the knees, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He also had 3,000 hits. I mean, he was a hell of a player, but he's famous for the streak. So 1-2, runner leads off second. And he swings at a pitch inside, jams him. And there's 2 away. Strikeout number 7 for Pizarski. Nasty pitch.
44.
So with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, Adam Dunn steps up. He is 0 for 2. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Swing and a miss to the slider. Count is 0-2 on Dunn. And he just gets a piece of the slider to stay alive. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner leads off second. It is a 14-4 ball game. Outside corner, strike 3, and Dunn does not agree with the call, but it doesn't matter what he agrees with. The Oakland Athletics score 2 runs, and at the end of 6 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights leading 14-4. So we'll go to the top of the 7th. Yohan Lopez will come in to pitch for the A's. 57 appearances, 4-0 record, 4.09 earned run average. And before Mattingly steps to the plate, we're going to go to the manager's office in the bullpen. And we're going to put Telly in, scheduled to put him in the game in the 7th. So that's going to be all for Brendan Pizarski. He's going to get his win number 10. So Mattingly is 4 for 4 in this ball game. And now he's 4 for 5. A little flip to the pitcher, covering the base, 1 pitch, 1 away. Damn it, I thought I could have had 20 runs, but it's not looking good. So Chris Ramos has 2 homers today. He's going for number 3. This was the 3rd inning. Boom! So he is 2 for 4. Checks his swing, pitches high, ball 1. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a base hit, his 3rd of the ball game. And they have a base runner at first with 1 out. Just a ground ball with eyes.
Now batting, left fielder, Mike O'Rourke.
Next up is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke. He is 0 for 4 today. With all these runs, he hasn't been involved. But now it looks like it may drop in there. Long run for, oh, nice. It will be a single, so he's in the hit column. Runners are at first and second now with only 1 out. So he's now got 16-game hitting streak. I thought Mickey Mantle could have dove to catch that ball, but he decided not to. Anyway, the shortstop Jacob Salazar is up. 1 for 3 with a double. Swing and a miss at the outside fastball, strike 1. Man, do I miss baseball. Obviously. It's February, it's snowing outside. Inside off the plate, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Jacob. Runners lead off first and second. Fouls off the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. At the knees, does not like the call, but have a seat, Salazar. There are 2 out. Let's look at this weather location.
Number 38.
I mean, it's questionable, but you know what? With 2 strikes, you got to put the bat on the ball just in case. So Benny LoCicero is up. He's 2 for 3 with a home run. He has runners at first and second with 2 away. And he grounds it towards the right side. Jackie has it, throws to first, retires to the side. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the 7th inning stretch. It's a 10-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 14-4. Go home, crowd. Go home. Get to your cars. Drive home. All right, do you want to change pitchers? Yes?
Your attention, please.
In relief comes Telly Argios, making his 29th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 4-5 with a 5.17 earned run average. Hasn't really found a home in the starting rotation nor in the bullpen. He's had a lost season pretty much. So Josh Fuentes leads off the bottom of the 7th. He's 0 for 2.
The third baseman, Josh Fuentes.
Just off the plate, inside, ball 1. Telly is a junk thrower. He doesn't even throw 90 miles an hour. He breaks like 88, 89 miles an hour. And it is a blast to right field in front of the warning track. LoCicero makes the catch for the first out. Blast is a bit of an exaggeration.
Now batting, the catcher.
But anyway, Yasmani Grandal's 0 for 2. Steps up, 1 out here in the 7th. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Curveball's in there, count as 0-2. Bet he wishes he had that pitch back. Flat, high curveball. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 away. And Telly looks like he actually brought something to the mound today.
Up next for Oakland, the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
So the leadoff man steps in for the 4th time today. Jackie Robinson is 0 for 3. At the knees, strike 1. And he lines it towards the left field corner, and it will go all the way to the wall. Strong throw by O'Rourke, but it's not going to be in time. And that is a stand-up double for Jackie Robinson here in 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And he doesn't even hesitate rounding first. Didn't need to slide. So anyway, 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Max Kepler. He's 2 for 3 with a homer today. Inside corner, strike 1. So in this fictional universe, Max Kepler is 4 homers from 200. I have no idea what he has in real life. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, count is 0-2 on Kepler. And he pulls it foul down the first base line. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. So he does strike out 2. They leave 1. And we will go to the top of the 8th. 10-run ball game. Knights lead 14-4. So Matthew Saps steps to the plate. The Athletics bullpen is active. 2 right-handers warming up. It's 2 for 4. Saps is 2 singles. Yohan Lopez is still in there for his 2nd inning of work. And that's a deep drive. It's got a chance at the track. The wall looking up on the warning track. He makes the catch for out number 1. Gave it a ride, but not far enough.
Now batting.
So starter comparison between Brendan and Ohtani. I think while Brendan did not pitch all that well, he obviously won the matchup. He's going to get the win number 10 of the season for him. So next up with 1 out in the 8th is Matt Termini. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI single to his credit. Swing and a miss over the top of the slider, strike 1. Hector Neris and Chad Green, 2 right-handers warming up in the Oakland bullpen. Count is 0-1. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Attendance 15,147 here at Oakland Coliseum. For a Sunday afternoon, that is a pathetic attendance. So he slices it to right. Long run. He makes the catch in foul territory. Kepler, nice play. There are 2 away. 15,000 for a baseball game in the summer. Beautiful sky. Everybody's off from work. 15,000. Come on. So, 2 outs here in the top of, check that, yeah, the top of the 8th. It's Anthony Millo's up. He's 1 for 3. Grounds it back through the box, up the middle. It is a 2-out single and a multi-hit game for Anthony Millo. He spent most of the first half of the season hitting under 220, so it's nice to see him get a couple of hits today.
Margot.
So leadoff man Manuel Margot gets up there for his 6th plate appearance. He is 1 for 5 with an RBI single. Check that, a 2-run single. Line drive, foul, strike 1. And he swings and fouls back the slider. Quickly, it's 0-2 on Margot. Pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he skies it to center. Mantle is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 10-run ball game. Bronx Knights lead 14-4. So Babe Ruth leads off. He's 2 for 3 today's contest. Telly Argios is still out there, 2nd inning of work. In there, strike 1. At the knees with the curveball, strike 2. And he lines it the other way. It is a base hit, his 3rd hit of the ball game. And he leads off the bottom of the 8th with a single.
The center fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
So Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. Now batting, switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Telly. And it is a ground ball base hit past the diving attempt by Salazar. Runners are at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. So at least they're going down with a fight. Plus Telly can't pitch, to be completely honest. So Willie Stargell, first baseman, has an RBI double today. He's 1 for 3. In there, strike 1. And he flares it the other way. O'Rourke makes the catch for out number 1. Runners do not advance.
The batter, number 8. Shortstop, Cal.
Cal Ripken Jr. is 2 for 3 with 2 singles, has the average of 328 on the season. And he hits a drive towards the right center field gap, but there is Margot. He makes the catch for out number 2. Runners stay right where they are at first and second.
The left fielder, number 44, Adam Dunn.
So Adam Dunn steps in. He's 0 for 3. Does have 30 home runs, so you have to respect him. At the knees, strike 1. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Runners lead off first and second. And that is a line drive to center, but Margot races in to make the catch to retire the side. So, the end of 8 innings. It's a 10-run ball game. Knights lead 14-4. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're not pitching. You pitch 2 innings, you're done. Manager, bullpen, righty, switch righty. So Carlos Estevez will come in and pitch schedule. Quickly, and Carlos Estevez will pitch the 9th. Donnie Baseball is 4 for 5. Let's get 5 hits in the game. Let's go.
Ball 1.
Pitch is high, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
It's triple shy of the cycle. They always, if you want a cycle, you got to get the triple first. Otherwise, you'll never get it. Fouls off the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Don Mattingly. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Outside, count is 2-1. Little late on the fastball. Skies to left center. Center fielder makes the catch on the way here in the top of the 9th. So next up is Chris Ramos. He has 2 home runs today. Last chance for 3 homers in a game. It's 3 for 5 with 5 runs batted in today's game. And while that is it's going to hang up there. Oh, nice catch by Kepler. Looked like it was going to dunk in there for a single, but Kepler made a diving catch towards the right field line. Got to show a replay of that. Come on. There's 2 away. What a nice catch. So with 2 outs, Michael O'Rourke is up. He's 1 for 5. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Michael has 29 homers on the season. You have 2 months of the season left, so a real good chance to get to 40. He was a starting left fielder for the American League All-Star game this season. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on O'Rourke. Chases a pitch out of the strike zone. Count even with 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Grounds it to Stargell at first, flips it over to the pitcher covering, and the side is retired. So we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 10 runs to tie. Can they do it? Good game, though. This game is over. Win, though. Win, win, yes. You never know, right? You never know. Want to change pitchers? Yes. So in relief to pitch the 9th is Carlos Estevez, making his 25th appearance. Record is 1-1 with 3.24 earned run average, most of which was accomplished as a member of the San Diego Padres this year. He was a trade in the midsummer to get a little extra relief from the right side in the bullpen. Outside strike 1. One of the weak parts of this franchise is right-handed relief. So hopefully Estevez can get it done. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike, 98 miles an hour on the fastball. Traded a couple of blue chip prospects. Line drive, foul, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Traded a couple of blue chip prospects in order to get Estevez. Hopefully he pays dividends. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Have a seat, young man. Wants to know if it's a strike.
Now batting, catcher.
Yes, it is. It is a strike. Just flat out missed it. So next up is Yasmani Grandal hitting a .187, and he's 0 for 3 today. Ground ball into the teeth of the shift from the second base side of the bag. The shortstop, Salazar, throws to first, and there are 2 away. And the Oakland Athletics are down to their final out. The man who represents that final out is Jackie Robinson. He's 1 for 4 with a double. And he late on the fastball, strike 1. And he lines it first base side. Count is quickly 0-2. And the Oakland Athletics are down to their final out. Check that. They're down to their final strike. Pardon me. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 14-4. So they win number 75 on the season. They're 75-40, the record. That's win number 10 for Brendan Pizarski. They split this 2-game series, this quick 2-game series at Oakland Coliseum, 1 game apiece. And we'll do this the correct way. Bronx Knights, 14 runs, 17 hits, no errors. Oakland A's, 4 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Brendan Pizarski, as I said before, is the winning pitcher. He's 10-4. Shohei Ohtani is the loser. I have no idea what his record is. And the player of the game is Chris Ramos, 3 for 6, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. He is your player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robin. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you happen to be on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you obviously you like baseball, but if you like other kinds of video games, we have lots of other playlists of different games. Trying to build the inventory of games on the website, on the channel. And we also play Dungeons and Dragons on Monday nights. It's not a video game, it's a tabletop role-playing game. We have a playlist dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons. Check it out. So, I say goodnight to you. Bronx Knights win 14-4. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great evening.